Oh! Fáilte Jack, welcome everybody, and hope you're all alive and merry after a busy Paddy's week. But it's wonderful to be back in the Seamus Ennis Arts Centre. I'd like to kindly go across to our stalwart and the person who kicks us off every month when he can, the wonderful pride of Drogheda. And later on we'll be hearing from Emma Langford. Taras Jock, everybody, come in and get warm. And I hope you're all doing well on Zoom and you can hear us. But Jerry Cullen, in your own time, what are you going to sing, Akara?
Sure. There was only one biscuit out there, so...
We'll bring you more,
Feeling malnourished.
I'll have to sing a skinny song.
Yeah.
This is, if I can get the key right, it's called The Generous Lover. But it's not generous like that. There's a bit of upside down meaning in the word, I think so. The first time I met my love, happy was I knew not what love was, nor how to deny. And I placed too much freedom in my love's company, saying, my generous lover, you're welcome to me. She said, my relations, they angry are all, because I've gone with you from my father's fine hall. But let my relations, let them all angry be, for my generous lover, you're welcome to me. He said, now farewell, my love, for I must away. And I in this country no longer can stay. But keep your mind easy and keep your heart free. Let no man be your sharer, my darling, but me. This poor pretty creature, she stood on the ground, and the tears from her face were falling right down, saying, Johnny, dearest Johnny, you're the first that e'er wooed me. Now I'm sorry that I ever said, you're welcome to me. Oh, happy, happy is the maid that never knew a man. and can easily tie up her narrow waistband. For she's free from all trouble and sad misery. That never said, my darling, you're welcome to me. I think his name was Jimmy. It's not Johnny. It was a different fella.
Now, I'd love to keep it at that bowed table if either Mr. Sweetman or another Cullen wants to sing a song. What do we think? Who's ready to rock?
Get
the Cullens out of the way.
Get the Cullens.
I'll make sure that mic is right over there. Yeah. For everyone to enjoy it on Zoom. Lovely stuff. Here, Mila.
I was singing at our Drogheda session last night, so this is in my head, so apologies to everybody who was there last night, because you're going to hear it again. I might have sung this last time I was here as well. This is Katie Cruel. When I first came to town, they called me the roving jewel. Now they've changed their tune, call me Katie Crew. Through the woods I'm going, through the boggy mire, straight way down the road, till I come to my heart's desire. If I was where I wouldn't be, then I'd be where I am not. Here I am where I must be, where I would be I cannot. When I first came to town, they brought me drinks aplenty. Now they've changed their tune, hand me bottles empty. I know who I am and I know who's going with me. I know who I love, but Lord knows if I'll marry. If I was where I wouldn't be, then I'd be where I am not. Here I am where I must be, where I would be I cannot. I have stockings of silk and boots of bright green leather, combs to buckle my hair, and a ring for every finger. I'll dye my petticoats red and face them with the yellow, and I'll tell all the boys my own heart I will follow. If I was where I would be, then I'd be where I am not. Here I am where I must be, where I would be I cannot. When I first came to town, they called me the roving jewel. Now they've changed their tune, call me Katie Crew.
Thank you, Gilly, and before that, both of the wonderful Cullens. Thank you so much, Jerry and Gilly. Wonderful stuff. And as I always say, a fantastic artist as well. photorealistic and beautiful pencil-drawn images Gilly creates. So I should have said in the beginning, a huge welcome not only to all of ye, but also our special guest, Emma Langford, who we will hear from later on. So we're looking forward to hearing from Emma. We'll keep it in the room for one more. Joyce, would you do a song? I'm going to steal Emma's microphone and give it to you now for 1 second. And be warned those on Zoom, I'm going to ask Polly to sing next and maybe even Seamus, so I'm going to send you a wee message now. But Joyce, in your own time, take it away, dear.
Sorry, you'll have to go. Okay, well, this will be, I don't get too...
Oh, it'd be grand, yeah.
Grand, okay.
Joyce was here for the first time last month, or is this year?
Month,
Exactly, so
yeah,
you're very welcome
okay.
back. Gurmila.
So I'm trying something new this month, okay.
Fair play.
Dublin, a city and a town, built up and torn down, of friends and strangers. It's safe and it's dangerous, and I love it. It's dirty and it's clean, chaotic and serene. It's parks and it's greens, it's rivers and it's streams. I love it. Unified and divided, in harmony and contrast, unsure or decided, live slow or live fast, a place of devils and gods, a city at odds. Dublin, its cafes and its bars, bicycles versus cars, together and apart, it's heaven on earth, and I love it. The streets and the alleys, its mountains and its valleys, the country and the sea, revolution and peace, I love it. Unified and divided, in harmony and contrast, unsure or decided, live slow or live fast, a place of devils and gods, a city at odds. Dublin, it's south and it's north, moving back or moving forth, it's east and it's west, each side is the best and I love it. It's where I am from, her poetry and song. I'm happy to leave, even happier to return, and I love it. Unified and divided, in harmony, in contrast, unsure or decided, live slow or live fast, a place of devils and gods, a city at odds. Dublin, it's like you and me, we argue or agree, we break up and make amends, we're enemies and friends, but I love you. We're mean and we're kind, apart or entwined, we're peas and we're pods, we're always at odds, and I love you. Unified and divided, in harmony and contrast, unsure or decided, live slow or live fast, a place of devils and gods, a city at odds. Unified and divided, in harmony, in contrast, unsure or decided, live slow or live fast, a place of devils and gods, a city at odds.
Fantastic. And Scríomh tú sin? Did you?
Sure.
Well done. Come forward agus more. That's lovely. Gorgeous. And a whistle solo for free. Oh my goodness, wonderful, well done. Let's see if we're all hooked up and ready to go. I'm going to ask Polly to unmute and sing us a song. Mic check 1, 2. Can we hear you there?
Am I okay?
Yes.
I have a new laptop and I'm not sure about the sound, so I hope everything works
Sound
okay.
good.
I'm not hearing. Oh, great. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just going to sing Wayfaring Stranger. I am a poor wayfarer traveling through this world alone. There is no sickness, no toil, no danger in that bright land to which I go. I'm going to see my mother. I'm going home, no more to roam. I'm just going over Jordan. I'm just going over home. I know dark clouds will gather round me. I know my path is rough and steep, but golden fields lie out before me, where weary no more will we. Father, I'm going home, no more to roam. I'm just going over Jordan. I'm just going over home. I'm just going over Jordan. I'm just going over home.
Well done. Well done, Polly. Yeah. Well done, Polly. You just about got away with that because I'll send you a wee message on the original audio on Zoom. It just cut off your top note. So if you took it up a semitone, we wouldn't have gotten much of the song, but we got 90% of it. So and the magic was that we all sung in the room with you the notes that weren't coming through. So I'll send you a wee message on that.
I was giving it all, those big top notes I was giving it all, you weren't hearing it.
Yeah. We knew you were nailing them. I mean, we knew they were perfect by the feelings that you were. Yeah. No, we could hear most of that, but there's a wee original setting. God forbid you have a very high speaking voice, because obviously Zoom doesn't want to hear from you if you do. So no, that was beautiful and powerful, and we all sang along with you, Polly. So thank you so much. While we set up, we have a few great singers in the room. Very quickly, I usually don't interject at all, but I'm sure and hope somebody will sing a song with Dolores Keane in mind this evening. But I would like to try one with Nellie Weldon in mind, if I can. I've never sang this, but luckily it's one that I'm sure you will all help me with. And Nellie is just on Ban Rian, an absolute legend of the singing circle, certainly Goleen and Night Before Larry Got Stretched. When I heard her first, she was doing Factory Girl. She sang Factory Girl and I didn't know her connection and that she was carrying the torch for her beloved Liam Weldon. But she was really carrying the torch for so many, and possibly more than she even knew. So anyway, I'll do a bit of the Blacksmith. Hopefully, this is what she would always sing if she wasn't going to sing one of Liam's songs or Factory Girl. She would sing the Blacksmith. So hopefully, you'll help me. A blacksmith courted me 9 months and better. He fairly won my heart, wrote me a letter. With his hammer in his hand, he looked so clever. And if I was with my love, I would live forever. But where is my love gone, with his cheeks like roses, and his good black billycock on, decked around with primroses? I fear the shining sun may burn and scorch his beauty, and if I was with my love, I would do my duty. But strange news is come to town, strange news is carried. Strange news flies up and down that my love is married. And I wish them both much joy, though they can't hear me. And may God reward him well for the slighting of me. Don't you remember when you lay beside me and you said you'd marry me and not deny me? If I said I'd marry you, oh, it was only for to try you. So bring your witness, love, and I'll not deny you. No witness have I none save God Almighty, and may He reward you well for the slighting of me. Her lips grew pale and wan, oh, it made a poor heart tremble to think she loved our one, and he proved deceitful. Our blacksmith courted me 9 months and better. He fairly won my heart, wrote me a letter. With his hammer in his hand, well, he looked so clever. And if I was with my love, I would live forever. That's for Nellie Weldon. Thank you. Thanks for indulging me on that. I was remembering Nellie had some different turns of phrases in that song. She sang it a little bit differently, and it was coming back to me there. But she was very encouraging when I met her at Frank Hart Festival years ago. She was very encouraging on me. So Nellie Weldon is in our thoughts. Absolute legend and reunited with her beloved Liam. So I wonder, could we now return to our friend Connor Sweetman? Would you do a song? Yeah. Gurmila and Faltis, Joe.
My name it is McCarthy, I'm a native of Trim. My relations are dead, barring one brother Tim. Oh, and him being a soldier, he went out to Kabul, where perhaps he's laid low with a hole in the skull. Well, let him be dead or be living. A prayer for his soul must be given, that will send him straight home or to heaven, for he's left me his bit of a stick. If this stick had a tongue, it would tell you some tales, how it's battered the countenance off the own nails. It's made bits of skulls fly about in the air, and it was an enforcer of fun at the fair. And I swear by the toenails of Moses, it's often broke bridges of noses of the factions that dare to oppose us. It's me darling kipping of a stick. The last time it was used was on St. Patrick's Day. Larry Fagan and I, we got into a fray. Well, we went to a fair at the town of Athboy, where we danced, and when done, I kissed Kate McAvoy. Well, her sweetheart went out for his cousin, and be Jesus, he brought back a dozen, and a doldrum they would have had us in, if I hadn't me bit of a stick. War was the word when that faction came in, and to pummel us well they peeled off to the skin. So like a Hercules I stood for the attack, and the first one came up I sent down on his back. And I shoved out the eye of Pat Clancy. He once scored my dear sister Nancy. In the meantime, dear Kate took a fancy to meself and me bit of a stick. Well, I smattered her sweetheart until he was black. Kate then tipped me the wink, we're away in a hack. So we went to a house at the end of the town, where we lifted our spirits by letting some down. We then got snug in the corner, the whiskey beginning to warm her. Then she said her sweetheart's an informer, and that's when I said prayers for me stick. We got whiskificated to such a degree. For support, my dear Kate had to sit on me knee, but I promised to see her safe to her abode. But soon, faith, we fell in the muck on the road. We were roused by the magistrate's orders before we could get a toe further, surrounded be peelers for murder. 'Twas meself and my innocent stick. When the trial it came on, Katie swore to the fact that before I set to I was decently whacked, and the judge, who'd a little more feeling than sense, said that what I had done was but in self-defence. But one chap swore again me named Carey, though that night he was in Tipperary. Oh, he'd swear a blue tit's a canary to transport myself and my stick. When I was acquitted, I leapt from the dock, but soon all around me my comrades did flock. I'd a pain in me shoulder, I shook hands so often, for the lads all had thought that I'd see me own coffin. Well, I went and I bought a gold ring, boys, and Kate to the priest I did bring, boys, and the next time we meet I will sing, boys, the song of me darling old shtick.
Thank you so much.
Not yet.
Not the generous lover, and then that over that table. I love it. Fantastic. There are two guests that are en route to the Inishowen Singing Festival, but they're not messaging me back. How dare you, Amelia and Bonnie? How are you doing there? Would you like to? I'm putting you on the spot now. That's even worse. Would you like to sing a song? I'm going to ask you to unmute now, and maybe we'll put you up on Zoom.
Okay, do you want to go first?
No, you go first.
Okay.
Will you tell us where you're calling from anyway? I hear from Seamus you're en route to the singing festival in Inishowen.
Tonight we're in Dublin and tomorrow morning we're headed north. I'm from San Francisco and Bonnie's from
New York.
the East Coast, New York.
Very good.
And so it's good to be here.
Yeah,
Sorry I missed your message in the chat.
All good. I was only joking. Thanks for.
Can you
thanks
hear
for
me
doing the
okay?
song, though. Yeah, we can. You take it
You
away.
can, okay.
Yeah, you
Okay.
take it away in your own time. Oh,
Great.
That's a nice effect.
I'm gonna do a funny one just because
Okay.
I haven't done this in a little while. I'll tell you how it was with me, to listen to me is a willing. 'Twas in yon house behind yon hill, where I had lately been distilling. I slung a keg upon me back, and started out for daylight coolly. Good customers I did not lack, and I sold it all in Ballyhooly. I thought it wiser to delay me homeward way for fear of peelers, and in that way I spent the day a-dining with the whiskey dealers. But as the shades of night came down, and I had kept me money duly, I bid good night to all was there, and I started home from Ballyhooly. My heart was light with the mountain dew that I had brewed among the heather, and on my way I chanced to spy a lad and lassie walk together. Her neck was like the mountain snow, with cheeks like roses blossomed newly. She'd a voice like music soft and low, and she's the flower of Ballyhooly. This young man quickly left her side, was afraid of me that he was, and still the lassie did not hide, it was in love with me that she was. Then quickly up beside her came, says, I, fair maid, I love you truly, and if your parents gives consent, will you be my bride in Ballyhooly? I have a house behind yon hill, 2 fine greyhounds and a ferret. Besides I have a little still, the drop it makes with you I'll share it. And I have got a feather bed, with sheet and blankets purchased newly. Besides I have a ring to wed, if you be mine in Ballyhooly. Her cherry cheeks, they grew more red during the time that we were talking, and still she hung her little head and viewed the ground where we were walking. She says, young man, if you're content, and if you say you love me truly, and if your parents gives consent, I'll be your bride in Ballyhooly. Then I asked her name, she said it was Jane, and that her second name was Cooley. And then I asked her when we'd wed, she said the sooner wed the better. So I went and asked her parents glad if they're content to let me get her. They said they wished us luck. We started out for Father Dooley, and at the hour of 12 o'clock we tied the knot in Ballyhooly. The wedding that we had that day, the people coming uninvited, a piper played for every squad. Jane, she sang and I recited. The punching flowed like a waterfall that from the still had just come newly, and in that way we gaily spent our honeymoon in Ballyhooly. The wedding presents that we got, well, none of them was mean nor shabby. And the auntie thought she brought some cloth to make the dresses for the babby. Well, invitations then went round to friends that we had just made newly, and a lighter heart could not be found than mine that night in Ballyhooly. Well, it's 15 years now since we've wed, and still in every way we're thriving. My Jane, she is a dandy yet, though down the hill of life she's driving. The family has increased in store now, 15 daughters, all unruly. And Bonnie Jane, she is me queen, and I'm the king of Ballyhooly.
Fantastic. That was wonderful.
Thanks. I learned that from a friend who grew up around the corner from Ballyhooly. My friend.
Lovely
Mark.
stuff. I wonder, can we, and forgive my rudeness, who's Amelia and who's Bonnie here? You're Amelia, fantastic Amelia, lovely to make your acquaintance. I'm Fergus. Bonnie, could we come to you in the second half, just because it was an absolute treat and we'd love to return to the Zoom.
No
we might
problem.
just, wonderful stuff. Thank you so much. From San Francisco to New York. I think we'll borrow your neighbour in Ireland sometime and you can teach our politicians something. Your New York mayor. He had a wonderful message over St. Patrick's. I wonder, Mark, Barry, would you sing one more from the room and then we'll check in with our special guest, Emma. What would you like to sing? I think you did one of my favourite songs last month, the Snows They Melt the Soonest. What do you have in store for us?
I'm going to do the Braes of Balquidder.
Lovely.
Not sure if it,
Gorgeous, Mark.
not sure the history of it, but anyway, we'll give it a go. I'm going to have my safety blanket here just in case. Let us go, lassie, go to the Braes of Balquidder, where the blaeberries grow and the bonny Highland heather, where the deer and the doe, lightly bounding together, sport the long summer day on the Braes of Balquidder. I will twine thee a bower by the clear crystal fountain, and I'll cover it o'er with the flowers of the mountain. I will range through the wilds and the steep glen so dreary, and return with the spoils to the bower of my dearie. Now the rude wintry winds lightly raise around our dwelling, and the roar of the line and the night breezes swelling. How merrily we will sing as the storm rattles o'er us, and the dear cheeling rings and the light lightning chorus. Now the summer is in prime and the flowers richly blooming, with the wild mountain thyme and the moorlands perfuming. To the dear native scene we will journey together, where bright innocence reigns on the Braes of Balquidder. Here we go.
Oh, Mark Barry.
Thank you very much.
Wonderful. So I'm so happy that Emma Langford is with us. I know I know you were busy doing some Kilkenny gigs recently, and that you'll be going to gigging on the 10th of April in Cork and everything. But making the trip here from Limerick made me so happy to see you again, and we'd love to get a few songs from you, and then we'll take a break.
I would love to sing a few songs. Thank you all so much. This is gorgeous. I'm going to play a couple of my own songs, and I also think I was going to play Factory Girl tonight as well by pure chance, so that'll probably come up. I think I'll start with one of my own just to try and settle my nerves after all those gorgeous performances, because I'm a bit shook now, to be honest.
Oh, take your time.
I don't usually have like what feels like a showdown at my gigs, you know?
No. Family showdown.
Yeah.
This is all good.
It's brilliant.
So I'll start with a song called The Winding Way Down to Kells Bay. I wrote this in 2018. So my granduncle Eamon Langford was sort of a local hero in his hometown. He lived in the Iveragh Peninsula in South Kerry from the 1960s up until when he died in 2018, and he and his friends had a big sort of a session like this every month at the Corner House Bar in Cahersiveen, and I was invited along to go and sing at it, and I was really, really nervous about it because it was sort of a way of celebrating local songs. It was the intention of this sort of session was you bring a local song, you couldn't have any lyrics or sheet music in front of you, you had to have it off by heart, and it was a way of sort of saving the songs a little bit. And I was invited along and I didn't know any local songs. But anyway, the next day my granduncle, unfortunately, we lost him the next day. It was I finally made it along to this gorgeous session and we lost him then. And it felt like him sort of handing me over to his friends a little bit. You know, I met loads of his friends that night, brilliant musician Sean Garvey and Leisha Egan, and loads of brilliant Kerry singer-songwriters and musicians came along that night. It was great. So I'm going to sing the song I wrote on the day of his funeral, so that in future, when I was asked to sing a local song in Kerry, I'd have one. So this is The Winding Way Down to Kells Bay. And if you pick up on the refrain, please sing along. It's intended for that. Stretches out before your feet on the winding way down to Kells Bay, and the golden sun sets like no other, they say, on the winding way down to Kells Bay, where sorrows met with smiling eyes, and a great black cloak brushed with stars for a sky, and the old trees leaning there to whisper a tale on the winding way down to Kells Bay. There's a song in the heart of the people you'll meet on the winding way down to Kells Bay. Yes, a joke to be shared and a drink to be drank on the winding way down to Kells Bay, and the green Kerry hills overlooking the sea, and the fuchsias are blooming so brightly and sweet, and the ocean could carry our worries away on the winding way down to Kells Bay, on the winding way down, oh, the winding way down, on the winding way down to Kells Bay, where the ocean could carry our worries away on the winding way down. A saint on the hillside, it yacht yes biog bui on the winding way down to Kells Bay. Lana struck lad the story August snick the ski on the winding way down to Kells Bay. And when the bell rings, then we'll all head away on the winding way down to Kells Bay, where the ocean could carry our worries away on the winding way down to Kells Bay. And we'll stop for the chat and the owl cup on tea on the winding way down to Kells Bay. And the golden sun sets like no other, they say, on the winding way down to Kells Bay. Yes, the ocean could carry your worries away on the winding way down. I'm going to sing you now something that I have never sung outside of the funeral of my granduncle. This was his party piece, and I don't know the lyrics off by heart, especially because they're Oscailge. But one of his favourite songs that he would have sung at these sessions was The Castle of Dromore, which is an absolutely beautiful song that I only learned through him. And he was mad for me to sing the Irish language Lagan. So, Shuljeev on Lagan Gaeilge. Dogui an giri scalte fur, hart himchel andre moor. Ach ons na halle toshichon, a fosta jalla stor. Dagach shandilog daller kre, ach is so gan bandlan hu. Agus shen am ish lo hin lu lo lan, is shen am lo hin lo lu. Nor hig en droch rad edel mes, mani en an gan vron. Nor hig en tash, no now in war, na ban shi chlen na oin. Am wir am oiro sargian, giri grase dun. Agus shen am ish lo hin lu lo lan, is shen am lo hin lo lu. A roish machri as lo hin nor, as chara andram vor. Bieg fos gomeg a kletje biag, mar ski han aller vor. Agus leim ansjen fad an til, a brig a sere klu. Agus shen am ish lu hin lu lo lan, is shen am lo hin lo lu. Agus shen am ish lo hin lu lo lan, is shen am lo hin lo lu. Thank you very much. Armina Magav. So what should I do first? 4 songs for this little segue?
I wouldn't stop you. Whatever you want, yeah.
I'll just whip out my book and make sure I'm on track with what I wanted to do. Oh, yes, okay. Cool. I'm going to get out my Shruti box.
Yes.
Which isn't a euphemism.
So in the second half, we're going to try and fit in Karen, Anne Ryan and Bonnie. Do make sure, I've just double-checked the audio settings there. If you can select original sound for musicians, there's a high-fidelity music mode that makes it even fancier. And then you can turn off echo cancellation, and then we'll...
So I'm going to sing you a song. Myself and a couple of my collaborators, we won during the pandemic, actually, to do a residency. And we got to write some songs about Ballyvorney and about the mythology in that part of Cork. It's a gorgeous Gaeltacht area, and so I got the chance to sort of snásacur mo chuig Gaeilge agus roint Áráin nua a scríomh. So I wrote a couple of songs. One of them is part of a suite called the Ballyvorney Suite, and in this kind of suite we start usually with my cellist plays this, who Fergus knows very well, plays this amazing soundscape called the Soulan, which is about the river that flows from Coolay down through Ballyvorney and into Macroom. And it's a dark, haunting soundscape. It's very strange, very beautiful, very eerie, captures the spirit of this haunted river very well. But in stark contrast to the Soulan River, there's Saint Gubnet, who is the patron saint of beekeeping and smiths, and she's the kind of the head honcho in Ballyvorney. You've got Gubnet, and you've got God, and you've got all the rest. Gubnet's up top. And so we decided to create this piece of work where it starts with Alex's piece, the Soulan, and goes straight into this piece called Cronan na Mach, which is Song of the Bees. And in that song, a young girl believes she's been called to give herself to the river. And when she gets to the river in the wee small hours of the morning, Gobnet sends a swarm of bees down to her to soothe her and to lull her back to her bed. And the piece finishes then with our other collaborator, Hannah. She plays a gorgeous jig on the piano that's based on the melody of the Cron on the Mach. But I'm going to play the central piece, which is Cron on the Mach, which is this young girl in conversation with Gobnet. So, Shuljeev, Cron on the Mach. An vaden finona chagushikshi, from a long night of troubling dreams. Oh, the sky was the warm hue of honey, forging gold in the well and the streams. Dog she a clown in the liam, and the walk was the longest it's been, as she answered the call of the Sulam, glay nach rev parte haji. Ach, a chalin bi sakir, a chalin bi sover, tucker kogin at chak e croeg vanacht. A chalin bi sakir, a chalin bi sover, tucker kogin at chak is a nakjaun bach. And should everruach and tulan, in her ear was the song of the bees, as a lullaby lulling her safely away. Needed shan rod shachri, gan hyan takt gan facket tatu. In this world there are shadows galore. Ach, beloved Indian of Moskri, the earth sal milon the store. Ach, a chalin bi saker, a chalin bi sover, tucker kogin akchak, e croeg vanacht. A chalin bi saker, a chalin bi sover, tucker kogin akchak, is a nakjaun bach. I'm the roadie. I'm the roadie and the donkey and the performer, the works. I'm going to do one more song for you, one of my own, and I'll maybe do Factory Girl in the second half of the night, because I do think it's a beautiful song.
Yeah.
I'm going to sing a song for you now called Hunting the Hare.
Oh, yeah.
So this is I wrote this back in 2021, following the murder of Aisling Murphy, and then I had the help of Sive, who's an amazing songwriter from Kildare, to help to finish the song. So I started writing this on the back of the murder of Aisling Murphy, and then I had a call from Sean Garvey one night, incredible musician who did not like social media. And so he would call me or text me if he heard me or saw me on the radio, on the TV or on the radio. And he had this. Does anyone here? Would anyone have known Sean Garvey at all? Amazing musician. So you know he's got this gorgeous gravelly voice. So he would call me on the phone late at night after he'd heard me on Late Date or something on RT Radio 1, and I just got this call one night, and he said, "Emma, they're hunting the hare tonight." And it was simultaneously the strangest and most poetic way of starting a conversation. And I asked him what he was talking about, and he kind of explained that in his part of the country, at that time of the year, they'd be out hare coursing. And as a big animal lover, what he was describing broke my heart. And it held a really clear mirror for me up to what had happened to Aisling Murphy, and this idea of this animal that's part of our folklore and so often represents a woman. The fact that they would go out and hunt and terrify these animals just felt like the right parallel to draw to what had happened to gorgeous Aisling. So this song is all about all of those things. Released last year or the year before, as a kind of a response to what was happening in Palestine as well. So, Shuljeev. They're hunting the hare tonight, driving her into the light, hounding her over the countryside until she gives up the fight. And the dogs, they are baying for blood, doing the thing that they think a dog should. Cruelty, even suggesting they're cruel, there is no bad or good. And you can't blame a hound just for being a hound, and the hare will be fine if she doesn't get found. Yes, this is tradition, yes, this is the way the world turns, as we watch the hills burn. They're setting the mountains alight, casting their flame in plain sight, crying, this land only lives at the mercy of me and my kind. And the hare, she will never not run, run for her life from the fire or the gun, not from a wolf who would hunt to survive. No, it's just for the fun. And you can't blame a hound just for being a hound, and the hare will be fine if she doesn't get found. Yes, this is tradition, yes, this is the way the world turns, as we watch the hills burn. Doesn't get found. Yes, this is tradition, yes, this is the way the world turns, as we watch the hills burn. No, you can't blame a hound just for being a hound, and the hare will be fine if she doesn't get found. Yes, this is tradition, yes, this is the way the world turns, the hills burn. No, saves a lot of money. Thank you.
Yeah, what a privilege to have a mixture of gorgeous original songs as well as covers. You can get Emma's songs on Bandcamp, is the most artist-friendly place probably to go looking for Emma Langford's songs, so please do. And now we're going to take a 10-minute break. There's tea and coffee over here, nice. And we'll be back with lovely songs shortly, okay? Enjoy. For Jerry, there's a few biscuits over there. Yeah.
Most important thing.
He's licked them all. Lovely. All right, folks. I believe we're back. We're back in action, and we're going to get kicked off. It's a family affair. Enda Weldon, who finally got dragged by his nephew to this beautiful session, who we heard from earlier, Connor Sweetman. You're going to kick us off with a song now, Enda, are you?
Yeah. One of my favourite female singer was Dolores Kane. And my favourite song with Dolores, I sing, well, I try it anyway, and it's called You'll Never Be the Sun. I'm going to have to go. You'll never be the sun turning in the sky. You won't be the moon above on the moonlit night. You won't be the stars in heaven, although they burn so bright. Even in the deepest ocean, you will be the light. You might not always shine as you go barefoot over stone. You might be so long together, you might walk alone. You might find that love don't come easy, that love is always right. But even when the storm clouds gather, you will be the light. If you lose that part inside, when love turns around on you, it's leaving the past behind. It's knowing you'll do what you'll always do, holding you blind, keeping it true. You'll never be the sun turning in the sky. You won't be the moon above us on the moonlit night. You won't be the stars in heaven, although they burn so bright. Even in the deepest ocean, you will be the light. Oh, you will be the light. Oh, you will be the light.
Thank you, Enda. Well done. Beautiful stuff. We're going to go over to the corner of the room now and say hello to someone who hasn't been with us before. Rose, thank you so much for coming to the session. I hope you continue to do so. What will you sing for us?
I'm going to sing a song called Canon.
Lovely stuff.
Yeah.
Take it away. Take it away in your own.
Oh, did you ever make a cannon made of lovely pickled green, with the greens and scallions mingled like a picture in a dream? Did you ever make a hole in top to hold a melting flake of the creamy flavour butter that our mother used to make. Oh, you did, so did he, and so did I. And the more I think about it, sure, the nearer I will cry. Oh, weren't them the happy days when troubles we knew not, and our mothers make all cannon in the little skillet pot. Well, did you ever take potato cake and boxed it to the school, tucked underneath your roster with your books, your slate and rule? And when teacher wasn't looking, sure a great big bite you take of the creamy flavour, soft and melting sweet potato cake. Oh, you did, so did he, and so did I. And the more I think about it, sure, the nearer I will cry. Oh, weren't them the happy days when troubles we knew not, and our mothers make all cannon in the little skillet pot. Well, did you ever go a-courting, boys, when the evening sun went down, and the moon began a peeping from behind a hillow down, and you wandered down the boreen where the chloric hand was seen, and you whispered love and praises to your wonder sweet Colleen? Oh, you did, so did he, and so did I. And the more I think about it, sure, the nearer I will cry. Oh, weren't them the happy days when troubles we knew not, and our mothers make all cannon in the little skillet pot.
Thank you, Rose Moon. And Spancel, we're down there already. Mr. David Byrne, will you sing a song while we're in the bold corner there? I'll move the... And will we move the mic towards you just so they can hear you on Zoom, if we could be near you? Near you. You work away, I'll sort you. Yeah, I'll sort you. You work away.
Right, we've shoehorned into the session, so we'll do something fairly quick. There is a chorus, but anyway. Oh, the Diamond is a ship, me lads, for the Davis Strait she's bound, and the quay it is all garnished with bonny lassies round. Captain Thompson gives the order to sail the ocean wide, where the sun it never sets, me lads, nor darkness dim the sky. And it's cheer up, me lads, let your hearts never fail, for the bonny ship, the Diamond, goes a-fishing for the whale. Along the quay at Peterhead, the lassies stand around, their shawls are all pulled round them, and their salt tears running down. Now don't you weep, my bonny lass, though you be left behind, for the rose will bloom on Greenland's ice before we change our mind. And it's cheer up, me lads, let your hearts never fail, for the bonny ship, the Diamond, goes a-fishing for the whale. Here's a health to the Resolution, likewise the Eliza Swan. 3 cheers for the Battler of Montrose and the Diamond Ship of Fame. We'll wear the trousers of the white, the jacket of the blue. When we return to Peterhead, we'll have sweethearts anew. And it's cheer up, me lads, let your hearts never fail, for the bonny ship, the Diamond, goes a-fishing for the whale. Now it'll be bright both day and night when the whaling lads come home, in a ship that's full of oil, me boys, and money to our name. We'll make the cradles for to rock and the blankets for to tear, and every lass in Peterhead sing hush-a-bye, me dear. And it's cheer up, me lads, let your hearts never fail, for the bonny ship, the Diamond, goes a-fishing for the whale. And it's cheer up, me lads, let your hearts never fail, for the bonny ship, the Diamond, goes a-fishing for the whale.
Fantastic. Now, Trasnan Moher go dtí New York via Zoom, via heading to Donegal, whatever you're doing, we're very happy you're here, and we're going to ask you to unmute here on Zoom. Bonnie Milner, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. It's nice to see a few familiar faces there, people I know, so that's really nice. Some of you might have known my husband, Dan Milner, who passed away in 2023. But in the early 1980s, he put out a book called The Bonnie Bunch of Roses, which is a lovely collection of songs. And in that book, in trying to keep his legend alive, he had a song called The Shady Woods of True. And he got it from Cathal McConnell, and I think that that Frank Hart also might have recorded it. It was one of my most favorite songs that I would hear him sing, and whenever he asked, would ask me, what would you like to hear, or what would be a good song to sing, and I said, sing The Shady Woods of True. So for those of you, you may know it, I'm sure some of you do, but this is my attempt at resurrecting my husband's wonderful repertoire, keeping it alive. Out from the shady woods of True, McKenna rides at noon. The sun shone brightly, not a cloud darkened the skies of June. No eye has he for nature's charms, they don't distract his brain. As by flowery vales he makes his way, and never draws a rein. Until there looms the tall grey tower of Glasslock Castle old, which holds a treasure in its walls, more dear to him than gold. For inside there dwells his own true love, the dark-eyed young Maureen, who he hopes will someday bless his home in the woods of True so green. I have come to look upon you, love, before I have to go with my brave true man to Benburb, there to meet Owen Roe. I have come to look upon you, love, and hear your answer sweet, for I might in the battle fall, and never more will meet. Go forth, my love, my blessing take, and smite the Saxon horde. I'll be your bride when you return, without another word. With a warm embrace they bid adieu, as the evening sun went down behind those western wooded hills that o'erlook Glasslock town. McKenna lightly mounts his steed at the twilight of the eve. It leads him over Davos hills, through True's green shady leaves. For tonight he meets with his brave men on the dark hills of Tyrone, and then the army of the north, likewise the fearless Owen. Right well O'Neill was pleased to see such gallant mountaineers, who kept the Saxon wolves at bay through ancient True for years. Full well they fought on Benburb's plain, till England's flag went down, and few of them escaped them toward Carrickfergus town. Well, when autumn's gold lay in the wood, and the berries ripe and red. McKenna and his own true love to Glasslock Church were led, and never in his father's hall a fairer bride was seen than McMahon's only daughter. She was the dark-eyed young Maureen.
Thank you so much. Thank you for that, Bonnie. We'd love to have the Johnson girls over here to the Seamus Ennis Arts Centre someday, your Maritime all-female group. But in the meantime, please do jump in on the Zoom again next month. We've another fabulous special guest, and we're going here every month, so do come and join us again. It's an absolute pleasure to meet you. We're going to jump over. Karen, will you sing us a song while we're on the Zoom? We'd love to hear from you. Let me see. I'll ask you to unmute. Now.
Hi there. Yeah, lovely. It's a lovely session. So I actually wanted to sing The Blacksmith today, but you beat me to it. So I do Skibbereen. And just a sec. I don't have a shruti, but I'll see if I can do something in the background. Oh, Father dear, I often hear you speak of Erin's Isle. How lovely scenes, how valleys green, how mountains rude and wild. They say it is a lovely land wherein a prince might dwell. So why did you abandon her? The reason to me tell. Oh son, I loved my native land with energy and pride, till a blight came over all my crops, my sheep and cattle died. The rent and taxes were to pay, and I could not them redeem. And that's the cruel reason why I left old Skibbereen. 'Tis well I do remember that bleak November day, when the bailiff and the landlord came to drive us all away. They set me roof on fire with their cursed English spleen, and that's another reason why I left old Skibbereen. And your mother dear, God rest her soul, lay on the snowy ground. She fainted in her anguishing, the whole desolation round. She did not rise but pass away from life to mortal dream. She found a quiet grave not far, my dear old Skibbereen. And you were only 2 years old, and feeble was your frame. So I could not leave you with a friend, for you bore your father's name. I wrapped you in me coat amore, in the dead of night unseen, and I heaved a sigh and I said goodbye to dear old Skibbereen. Oh, Father dear, the day will come when I answer to the call, when Irishmen both stout and strong, we rally one and all. I'll be the man to lead a band beneath the flag of green, and loud and high will raise the cry, remember Skibbereen. And loud and high will raise the cry, remember Skibbereen.
Well done. Well done, Karen.
Thank
Super stuff. You don't need the drone at all, but it was perfect. Thank you. We're going to call over to Anne. You might be the last of our Zoom singers. We didn't have our usual. We'll get to you next month, Seamus, and hopefully Gareth will be back with us for our usual our stalwarts. But Anne Ryan, I'd love to call over to you if I can get you to unmute here.
Okay, thank you. Am I unmuted?
You're perfect. Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yes.
Am I unmuted?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, sorry. Okay, hi everyone. Thanks for all the singing. I'd love to be there in person. I'm going to sing Bruch na Carrigabaina. The Mairead Nivueni sang a Donegal version of this last month, and this is the one from Dermagine O'Sulloine. So. Nor a dairies fein madin gomoch wad amach sa vor Kehi in whom mach stormach ri is deach she fein go fonta Mar de vi she should just jaragis down Is a lack in marna rosi, nor oish gasi good lulem cree, she dort she come into it honey. As I went out for to view the plains on a summer's morning early, who should I spy but a pretty fair maid, and she dressed up so neatly. Her cherry cheeks and ruby lips, her eyes would dazzle the daisies. When I took this fair maid by the hand, she said, young man, go easy. Maris trouwed o'er misha gefond mochert, Maris mata segum horsen. Is small part creu the trouwes a fein, gone me vetain all jonta. Da var hin fair in iachtar knick, da jein in cruach no stocking, da rink in rila the stormach ri, vroch na carrige boine. For I am a ploughboy that's good at my trade, and that is well known to my neighbours. 'Tis many's the field that I have ploughed, and that without much labour. I'd plough and sow, I'd reap and mow, I'd gather it into your garden. I'd sweep the floor and dance with you on the banks of Carrigaboyne. Dolja in a falling roig, da merchan ach let kinoige. Da merch is a gum gome hallum, gone out to hein da barlum. O glesig so igirlen, is gluislum hein balbjog. Is trouwen mig na koen de dain, o vroch na Carrigaboyne. I'd spread my cloak for you, young man, if 'twas only the breadth of a farthing. If I thought your mind was as good as your word, 'tis you, of course, I'd rather. Awake, arise, my labouring boy, and come with me in the morning, and we will plough the briny waves from the banks of Corrigaboyne. Sinead.
And Ryan, thank you so much. Good to meet you. Now, I'm seeing if there's any songs that we can fit in before we return to Emma Langford, our wonderful special guest. I'm curious about The Tide Full In. Would you sing that for us? And what is that song? I'm not sure I know it.
Well, it's a song that I heard Niamh Parsons singing
gorgeous, yeah.
a few years back, and I love that part of Galway Bay, so it just inspired me to kind of, it's short.
No. I'd love to hear it.
Okay, and Doris, by the way, is Doris, County Galway, not County Cork.
Okay.
That's, okay. Oh, it's sad round our... Sorry, I have to get my notes together. Oh, it's sad round us when the tide is low, and the green fields covered 'neath the frost and snow, and the dark woods lonely with the curlews' cry. And I'm thinking of the days gone by. Oh, the happy summers of the olden days, and the brown moths stealing through the golden haze, and the cuckoos calling from the woods within, and my love beside me and the tides full in. Oh, was I not foolish when I let him go to seek his fortune where the west winds blow? And a fair wind brought him to my aching heart. With my 2 arms round him we would never part. Oh, the happy summers of the olden days, and the brown moths stealing through the golden haze, and the cuckoos calling from the woods within, and my love beside me and the tides full in. Oh, a dear, dear letter to my fond heart lies, and its words of promise more than life I prize. Oh, it whispers a story now the fortunes win, back to claim me and the tides full in.
Yeah, thank you. A new favourite song, Eileen. I think that's a gorgeous one. I'll be looking that one up. So thank you guys all. Thank you everyone for coming. I think that was a really special session. Please do spread the word and come back. On the 16th, we have, it's not Jessie Buckley, but it's another star from Kerry. We're in Nigowley, so that'll be a special one as well. But I'm delighted to return to my friend and wonderful special guest, Emma Langford. How are you doing?
I've been trying to figure out what songs I'll do to finish up, because there's 2 that I'd love to do. One of them I was taught by Noreen Nirian when I was studying in my master's. It's called Donalogue. You probably know it. She had her own kind of variation on the lyrics, and I want to kind of do them justice. So I'm going to read. I emailed her there a couple of years ago because I wanted to revive this version that she taught me. So I have her lyrics in front of me so I don't get them wrong. But I loved it. I love that song, and it always registered with me, and I always just really loved singing it. And then I went and fell in love with a man called Daniel, so look, it fits. So I'll do that first, I think. I'll just figure out what kind of note I need for it, because I don't remember. And if you feel like singing along, please do. Not there anyway, Jesus. We'll be up in the sky before long. I'm a fluent instrumentalist. There we go. All right. Is a gonna log my hair har farige bear me fin lad is not internet beg I got very line I gas marike I guess an rige mar khila la pagat yal to dam sa rinna to breglam come har om say kron gwirach rinna me fadag skavli egin ach ni rev om sa ach na hunig meli Shu the undowner her hook make rodage undowner dira grif down a koska smeyer magluna lev na poshe agri magahuil ek shir hurt gradit Tam achrishe choduv leharne No le guldov og gjerten No le bandbrøyger halibane Agus taljondov Os kjan magøyre When to hear as when to hear him when to rhyme says when to mig me when to angelach as when to angreen him is river Matthias girl when to my him Thank you very much. Thankfully, my Daniel has not broken my heart like that, so it's all good. Right, I'm going to do a song called Birdsong. If you'd like to play a little bit of Bowron on this at some point, that'd be lovely. Kind of in the second half of it, it'd be great to bring in a bit of beat. And there is a very easy refrain to this song. This was also kind of inspired a bit by Noreen Narian and also by Muireann na Gabhlaoibh, who we're going to be meeting next month. So Noreen taught us about Scots walking songs, which are, I'm sure many of you know, in Scots tradition, a walking song is like a work song, so W-A-U-L-K. And they'd be around a table, women would sit with tartan and they would, or a tweed, and they'd hit it off the table to soften it for use for clothes. And so they'd have a song they'd sing, and it would keep the tempo up. And so I wanted to create something that kind of captured that collective energy, and that also captured a bit of that kind of feminine energy as well. And it's you know, it's all of that. But Muireann na Gabhlaoibh came into our class in my master's one day, and she taught us the song on Shandina, which I absolutely love. And it kind of moved me to find a bit of the inner fire in me. She was talking to us about women's songs in the old Irish tradition, and this song struck me. If you haven't heard it, there's a bit of it that goes, oh, yera handana latani otsa, oh, yera handana loske stort, oh, yera handana latani otsa, sta manche milderes no berim shabiort, which is roughly translated to me, listen to me, old man, I'm not going with you. Listen to me, old man, I'll burn you and I'll kill you. Listen to me, old man, I'll be at death's door before I have your baby, which I found very inspiring. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of wanted to try and capture a little bit of all of that in this song. So, Birdsong is sort of sitting down in front of the mirror one day and trying to remind myself to find that inner metal. So, here it is. I will give myself a note so I don't... There we go. Till your eyes find me. So I'll teach you the chorus if you want to sing along with me. Till your eyes find me, I'm strong as my bones. Till then, only then, I am strong as my bones. Very, very simple. I had to sing that when I had a broken foot once, and it felt very ironic. Till your eyes find me, I'm strong as my bones. Till then, only then, I am strong as my bones. Till your eyes find me, I'm strong as my bones. Till then, only then, I am strong as my bones. Gorgeous, you got it. Right, now to remember my own lyrics, my own song. Right, okay. Till your eyes find me, I'm strong as my bones. Till then, only then, I am strong as my bones. Then, only then, I am all self-doubt. All my will and my won't fly out of my mouth. Like a little white dove that you've trained so well to sing prettily along to another bird's song. Till your eyes find me, I'm strong as my bones. Till then, only then, I am strong as my bones. Till your eyes find me, I'm strong as my bones. Till then, only then, I am strong as my bones. Meanwhile, I'm tall, I am towering above all the hate in your soul. Can't undo this self-love. Like a little white dove that will soar on the wind, proudly bruising my lungs with the songs I have sung. Till your eyes find me, I'm strong as my bones. Till then, only then, I am strong as my bones. Till your eyes find me, I'm strong as my bones. Till then, only then, I am strong as my bones. I'll beat my breast, cry a great fearsome cry. You see a cowering then as I fly high. And when I am done, oh, I'll swoop on down, seeking those eyes of judgment, I'll peck 'em out. Till your eyes find me, I'm strong as my bones. Till then, only then, I am strong as my bones. Till your eyes find me, I'm strong as my bones. Till then, only then, I am strong as my bones. But for now I belong to no beast, man or thing. My own self is my own, I am strong as my bones. Like a fierce bird of prey that knows only the hunt, with a strength you don't know how your pretty bird's flown. Till your eyes find me, I'm strong as my bones. Till then, only then, I am strong as my bones. Till your eyes find me, I'm strong as my bones. Till then, only then, I am strong as my bones. Till your eyes find me, I'm strong as my bones. Till then, only then, I am strong as my bones. Till your eyes find me, I'm strong as my bones. Till then, only then, I am strong as my bones. Nice. So Fergus mentioned Factory Girl earlier on. It's a song that I learned from Rhiannon Giddens years ago. And I know Lisa O'Neill does a fabulous version of it as well. But Rhiannon's version is the one that kind of resonated with me. And I got a chance to do a really amazing show a few years ago all about the Magdalen Laundries, where I got to sing this song. And we had her as a kind of a guide and mentor to sort of work through how to interpret it and all this kind of stuff, which was very cool. And I've had a chance to work with her since. She's an amazing, amazing musician. And I really love the way she talks about how songs sort of come through her. She doesn't really feel like she owns them sometimes. She's sort of a vessel for songs, which can sound a bit wankery, but sure, look, I get it. I think it's totally true. Sometimes you are just the vessel for a song. So this song was one that I really loved. So this is Factory Girl that Fergus mentioned earlier on, and yeah, I'm going to give it a lash anyway. As I went walking on a fine summer's morning, the birds on the bushes did whistle and sing. The lads and the lassies in couples were sporting. And then back to the factory their work to begin. I spied one amongst them, she was fairer than any. Her cheeks like the roses that bloom in the spring. Her skin like the lily
that grows in the valley. She was only a hard-working factory girl. I stepped up to her more closely to view her. She cast her eye on me with such disdain, saying, "Young man, stand off me and do not come near me. I work for my living and think it no shame." The next morning I was there ready and waiting, and bade her to talk to me just for a spell. And each morning after she lingered still longer, and then hurried away at the sound of the bell. Then came the morning when silence did greet me. The birds on the bushes were stricken and still. So I stepped on the path where she often did meet me, and I walked to the factory up on the hill. The crowd gathered round, couldn't hide the destruction. I cast my eyes on it in such disbelief. A truth of the world settled into the ashes. The rich man's neglect is the poor man's grief. As I stood there, a whisper it did caress me. A faint scent of roses my senses begun. I lifted my face and I saw that above me 1,000 black butterflies darkened the sun. 1,000 black butterflies darkened the sun.
Thank you very much. I'm going to finish on a much lighter note. This is a song that really isn't folk or trad at all in the slightest. It's a song I love finishing my sets on generally, called Goodbye Hawaii. So I wrote this about the end of the honeymoon period in a relationship, when you think the sun shines out of their arse initially, and then, after a few weeks, the luster fades. Yeah, if they're lucky. So this song was about that moment at the end of the honeymoon period when you have to decide, are you willing to keep going or do you want to cut and run? And in the case of this song, I wanted to cut and run. You know the funny thing about the day you realize who or what you are is that by the time it happens, you're probably not that anymore. And the funny thing is logic states for some things to break, they first must fall. And like any small or precious thing, you give nothing or you give all. I can't give you any more than that. I don't trust my clumsy feet not to make me fall flat, and the heart's the only muscle tissue. Little known fact that don't know how to heal itself if you cut it in half. So don't cut it in half. We spend our days in endless cycles of lust to oxytocin, never stopping to think about the space between us that we've chosen. Well, I tape and super glue and staples, and I'll help you hold those pieces in place till you're fit and able. I could never be a surgeon, 'cause my stomach's far from strong, but I hope my bedside sympathy suffice to help you moving on. I can't give you any more than that. I don't trust my clumsy feet not to make me fall flat, and the heart's the only muscle tissue, little known fact that don't know how to heal itself if you cut it in half. So don't cut it in half, no, don't cut it in half, no, don't cut it in half. And I can't give you any more than that.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody for singing, everybody for coming here. That was joyous and a tonic after a busy St. Patrick's. So thank you so much, Emma. As we said, Bandcamp is the best place to check Emma Langford out, as well as her own website, which is fantastic. And you'll be on the 20th of April, you'll be performing in Ross Trevor Folk Club as well as on the 10th, you'll be in Cork and Ballycotton. But we'll keep in touch with you, and we'll hopefully get you back sometime. It's been an absolute pleasure. One more big round of applause for Emma Langford, everybody. Now, yes. And I'll say no more except for what I'm about to say, and you'll hear it and you'll sit there. On the 16th of April, Miriam Nugeli is here. Please spread the word. Please put it in your calendar. We'd love to keep this session building. We will prioritise hearing a song from Seamus, Colin Matthews, Catherine, anyone else we didn't get to hear from, and yourself. Absolutely. We will keep it moving, and there was some fantastic songs and camaraderie tonight. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you all so much, and Emma again. So big round of applause. See you next month, everybody, from the Seamus Ennis Arts Centre. Thank you. Thank you, Conor.
They're on Zoom. Yeah, it's a fun little thing to play with. It's like kind of like you're humming.
Found that
It's like you're singing when you are something.